how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. I know that this has been a really rough time for humanity as a whole. I know it has been a really stressful time. It has been a period of anxiety, great stress for a lot of people. And I know that a lot of people are coping better than some. Amazingly, the thing with anxiety is that you may even be joking on social media, but your anxiety levels are like way up, So I hope this 6 tips will help and help you cope better through this period of self-isolation, through this period that the media is bombarding us with a lot of news of deaths. 6 ways to reduce anxiety this season. Number 1, focus on your focus. Now, when I say focus on your focus, what do I mean? Think about what you're thinking about. Some of us, the conscious mind is always thinking, right? And whether you're in a state of rest, or you're in an active state, or even you're talking to me and your mind is somewhere else doing something else entirely. So I need you to take some time, and try and ask yourself, what exactly am I thinking about? Am I thinking fear thoughts? Am I thinking thoughts that drive anxiety? Am I thinking death thoughts? Am I thinking thoughts that are driving me to worry? Because when your conscious mind is constantly thinking these thoughts, it goes deep into your subconscious, and before you know it, you're anxious, you're worried, you're scared, you're paranoid. You don't even know what is driving. You now say, okay, let me try and be calm, but you realize that it's not working. That is because your subconscious mind has hijacked the program. Your conscious mind has been feeding it with fear and anxiety, and your subconscious mind has taken it over and it's running with it. So I would advise, please focus on your focus. Think about what you're thinking about. Try and take some time, maybe today, tomorrow, just take some time and be alone and ask yourself, what exactly is running in the deep corners of my mind? We need to change that program so it doesn't put you on autopilot of fear, worry and stress, which is even worse for your health. Number 2, you need to raise your vibration. Now I can't go into this without talking about the law of attraction and the law of vibration, but I'm going to put it in very simple layman terms, right? Raising your vibrations, your thoughts send out vibration. I just finished talking about fear thoughts and anxiety thoughts, right? And thoughts of anger, thoughts of anxiety, thoughts of fear, they cause low vibration. So let's raise our vibration. Let's think better thoughts. Once you're focused on your focus and you're said, okay, these are the kind of thoughts I'm thinking, and these are not the kind of thoughts that will help me in this season, the next thing you need to do is to change what you're giving your subconscious mind, so it can create a different feeling, a different aura, a different vibration around you. And how do you do that? Think of thoughts of gratitude, think thoughts of love. Those are the two emotions that have the highest vibration. So if you could start a gratitude journal, I know it sounds like, whoa, anti everything you should be doing right now, but just trust me on this. It actually does work. It does help, helping you focus on the positives, focus on the health workers who are putting themselves out there. Be grateful for them, send them thoughts and prayers of love, be grateful for your family you have around you. Be grateful that you have food to eat right now. A lot of people don't have that. Be grateful that maybe you have some savings, and even if things may be bad for you, just think of something. You have life. Some people have a lot of money, but their immune system is so compromised, and people are dying. This thing doesn't discriminate between the rich and the poor. And just thank God that be grateful at this time. The last thing you want is fear, panic, which will cause so much stress, which will actually break down your immune system and make you even more susceptible to this virus that is all over the place. 3, meditate. So my friend called me one day and I was having, my heart was racing really fast. And around that period, I had been watching a lot of videos. I've been watching a lot of stuff that was causing fear and panic in me. So but at that time, I think I had just finished, before I spoke to him, I think I just finished talking to someone, and we were talking about COVID-19, and him being a very sensitive person, he was like, Natalie, you're breathing fast, you know, so that just tells you how. And he was like, you need to meditate, you need to distill your meditations and everything. So I had to say, oh wow, this is a fact. It took someone pointing it out to me that was going, you know, the whole thing was getting to me, you know. I didn't even know, I wasn't even conscious of it. And so I had to, that night, I had to do some meditations, breathing exercises. Now when I say meditation, people say, oh, you have to close your eyes, you have to put your hands like this, you have to close it, you have to think of whatever, what will I be thinking about? No, it just means it's the best way to do number one, right? It's just sit down or lie down in a position that is best for you. Just stay in a position that's very good for you. Mindful meditation. Take out 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just focus on your breathing. When you see your thoughts, you know, don't engage actively in thinking. Be a passive spectator of your thoughts. So you're thinking about this happening, then just look at it like it's passing through, and just note it without judging it, without saying, oh, that's a bad thought, that's a good thought. No, just forget all that. So, you know, just be in this state of flow, just be in this state of, okay, you know, what is, what will be, you know, just relax, calm. Focus on your breathing, in, out, focus on how your breath goes through your body. I just gave you a very short rundown on meditation, so I hope you try it. And if it actually works for you, please, you know, give me feedback. I'd really love to hear from you. And number 4, be mindful of the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning. I was a victim of this. I would wake up in the morning, and the first thing I did, guess what, was put on my phone and start to checking Facebook, Instagram, and guess what, I'm programming myself for fear and anxiety. How do you think I'm going to cope through the day in a productive or in a positive state? It's not gonna work. Okay, so be mindful of the first thing you do in the morning. If possible, meditate, pray, listen to a lot of motivational messages. Listen to right, this is the time you should be following accounts that are inspirational, that make you laugh, that say positive stuff. And this is not you living in denial. I know I'm not advocating living in denial. What I'm advocating is that you know what you need to do. Okay, you could also, I still I still listen, you know, go through the news to know like the latest update, you know, what, you know, have they seen anything. But I try not to put my focus there, right? I try not to, you know, put all my attention there, because now I just do it for information. But before, it was seeping into me. And number 5, be mindful of the last thing you read or hear before you sleep. This is so important. A lot of us are constantly programming ourselves for fear, and we're doing this unintentionally, of course, and without knowing, but we're doing it nonetheless, because when you find out that the last thing you listen to is CNN, and they're talking about how many people died today in Italy, how many people died. They never talk about the number of people that recover. The media is talking about, you know, how this person, they'll put someone on TV, and the person will say, oh, this is how my symptoms were, I almost died, and you're like, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, help me, you know. So this is you don't need that in the middle of, before you sleep, because when you sleep, your subconscious takes over, and anything you've programmed into it during the day is what is gonna play and give back to you the next morning. So let's program our subconscious minds consciously with positive thoughts, with positive affirmations. Okay. And number 6, do what you enjoy doing this period. You see, this thing is affecting almost, I think it's affecting everybody in the world, like consciously, subconsciously, financially, somehow it has a way of affecting everyone. However, some people are coping better than the others, and some people will look at it, oh God, this period, they want to kill me and my health. Or are you looking at it while others may be looking at, wow, this is time to catch up on my movies that I've been trying to watch, this time to catch up on some books, this time to catch up on some things I've been saying I will do that I haven't gotten, to. And that is how I have been. Someone sent me a message and she asked me, Natalie, how are you coping? And this was my response. I said, we're doing fine, myself and my family. I'm avoiding panic and anxiety, taking precautions and living my life one day at a time. I really don't see it as too much of an impediment. I know it will pass. Because I believe it will pass. The humanity has faced worse. We faced the bubonic plague. We faced which was also called the Black Death. We faced the Spanish flu. Humanity has gone through so much, and then they didn't have the kind of technology and probably the kind of proactive leaders we have in the world today. So I know it will pass, okay? But in that waiting time, what am I doing? I'm trying to catch up. I recently relocated, and so I'm using that period to do a lot of things I was gonna outsource. I'm using it to catch up on books. I'm using it to start a lot of things I've been putting off. Okay, so I think just change the way you look at this self-isolation period, and I feel it will help you be go through it a lot better and a lot easier. I hope these tips were are able to help you. If they are able to help you, if you're able to practice it, any of them, please leave a message for me and let me know. I would really love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to my page and to my channel, my YouTube channel. And I'm waiting. I want to hear from you. I wish you a stress-free, panic-free, anxiety-free, self-isolation, social distancing. Stay blessed.